friends, hope you're doing well. I'm Dr. Milind. So as INICET is approaching, a lot of students are panicking and they are having, this question in their mind that how to attempt this paper. And, the last phase of exam, it's very difficult. So today I have one special guest to calm your nerves and to talk about exam day and, the last phase of preparation. So today I'm very happy to welcome Dr. Mohit, who is pursuing MD in radio diagnosis from AIMS Jodhpur. So let's talk to him and we'll try to get tips and tricks about the last days of preparation and about how to go for exam. Hi Mohit, welcome to this talk.
Yeah, yeah. Hello, everyone. I think everyone is doing well. So, yeah, so here I am just to announce at the last moment. So, giving some tips. So, let's go on one
Yeah.
by one.
Yes. So about the revision plan. So as there are only few days left. So when you were preparing for your exam, what was your strategy for last 2 3 weeks? What you were doing exactly?
Yeah, exactly. I started reading in the mid of June actually. So, I had just a gross idea about how reading and the revision part, and then the last 10 to 15 days of revision. So first reading is all about the long term memory aspect, so where you have to give suppose if you are reading a subject today and then you are finishing it off in next 3 to 4 days, so you should not solve any MCQ during that time. So I think you should give some 2 to 3 days of gap so that your long term memory will work when. So that's not the thing in last 10 to 15 days. You should not sit and relax at this point of time. You should be more aggressive during this 10 to 15 days, and then you should be like reading or touching up all the 19 subjects, whichever are important, and rather than just sitting and just like reading about whatever you like. So I think it's better you should touch every 19 subjects, all 19 subjects. And I know it's difficult to read in only 10 days or to touch all the subject, all the topics whichever are there. I think it's better you mark important and getting repeated in the last INI set exams, and then you just read up them. So and then I think it's better you read up all the tables which are to be memorized at the last moment. So yeah, so like last 10 to 15 days, more of the short-term memory game. So it's better you stick on to plan. Like so, I was planning like I would read some subjects medicine or something. So initial part of the for 10 days revision plan, and then keeping those subjects which need more of remembering stuff like biochem, and
More of fact-based
kept in the
subjects, yeah.
yeah fact-based subjects to be kept in last 2 to 3 days in those 10 to 15 days of approach. So yeah, and also many of my friends who couldn't get the good rank because they didn't read in the last 15 days, because and few of them were getting good rank in the GTs also. So like they were getting in top 100 and top 50s, but they just rest in the last rested in last 10 to 15 days. They didn't have an proper approach of reading up the same things, or having a better plan before the exam. So I think one who is preparing, I think they should better plan for the next the upcoming 10 to 15 days of gap, so that they can
Yeah,
better in that exam.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
very very
So
rightly said. Just to summarize
yeah,
the points that you said about
yeah, so,
don't lose your rhythm. Don't keep like
yeah,
one
yeah.
subject like
So
medicine for last. And I have said in my last video as well that have a glimpse of all the subject, because the short term memory will help you that just to refresh your visuals
yeah,
whatever you have been reading for last 6 months.
yeah,
Just you talked
yeah,
about GT. Lot of
exactly.
students they are panicking about their GT scores. So what was your approach toward
Hmm.
this grand test at the end of preparation, and how do you deal with your GT scores?
So GETs are actually now like everyone says it, that's mandatory. So yeah, even I agree with that because they give you the exact level of your preparation at that point of time. So you should not have to worry about the scores. You have to just focus on the number of corrects rather than focusing on rank. You just have to focus on those number of corrects, and they eventually will improve. So there will be some thresholds or levels where you get stuck. So you might be stuck at 120 number of corrects for so long. So during that time, you just have to analyze where you are going wrong and what subject you are making repeatedly wrong. So the lot of times during my preparation, sorry, after joining a residency, some of my friends were preparing for NEET. So during that time, they used to ask. So I'm stuck in 125, 120, so like that. So I know. So I was stuck in 120 for around 1.5 months. So I was not able to cross that 120 mark. So yeah, so that usually will break out as and when you go on revising those stuffs repeatedly. So yeah, so they usually eventually improve. So you just have to see while reviewing, you just have to see which subject you are which subjects are you are lacking. So your concepts are lacking, or where you are making wrong. So suppose you might be making wrongs in factual based ones, so that you should not worry about. So obviously anyone can make wrong in
True.
factual things, so you should not break your head. So just have to focus about the concepts. If you are missing out, so you just have to go back to those subjects and then just have to review about those stuffs which you are
True.
lacking the concepts. So that one thing, and then also the very how often you should give. So that also one good point. So you should give at least every 10th day is a better approach, I think. So rather than giving too many of GTs, I think you should give some time so that you can see the improvements rather than giving very often, like every fourth or fifth day, like that. So I think you should like seventh or 10th day is a better approach. Every month giving somewhere around 3 to 4 GTs are quite a good number of GTs, GT tally, you can say. So and then they'll obviously gradually improve. So when I was giving in the mid of June, I started. I gave first GT, so it was around 120, 110 corrects out of 200, and later on it kept on increasing. At around in mid of July, I reached around 125, and I was stuck for 1 month, 1.5 months, so at around 120. And then at around mid of August, I reached around 145 to
Mm.
150. So yeah, so it kept on increasing gradually. So rather than just breaking your head on ranks, I was not interested in rank anyway. So the people, the number of things, like during the exams also, I heard like people do cheat while they're giving the
True.
GTs.
Yeah.
So and yeah, so that and all won't be there in the real exam. So you don't have to worry about the rank you are getting. You just have to just focus on the number of corrects. So
And
and then
most
just
of us
focusing on
we
concepts only.
got our best rank in the exam itself, like than
Yeah,
GT.
yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, yeah. So that's what, like, even I have heard from many toppers. So it's like they were getting so bad rank in the GTs, but they did it well in the end. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So that
So the thing
really.
is,
Yeah. Yeah. Please continue.
yeah, so the thing is, so if you are getting a good rank, that doesn't mean that it would replicate in the real exam, because it would actually create a pseudo confidence in you. So rather than just resting in those 10 to 15 days, these people who are staying in that 1,000 to 2,000 band usually squeeze their rank in top 100 actually. So I heard last time also, like a few of them who had got around 2,000, 3,000 rank got better rank in INICT, because these people never give up. So they give their luck in the next coming INICT, obviously after a NEET or before the NEET. So they don't rest in those 10 to 15 days. So they gave their best in the last moment, and then they could achieve better.
That's
So
that's a
that's
very
where
nicely put. That's very nicely put. When you were
yeah,
stuck
mm,
at some score, and it's very
yeah,
important. Whoever is
yeah,
stuck, think what you
yeah,
can work on. Like try to find your
yeah,
problem areas instead of just looking at the rank.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's one.
So
What about,
yeah, it's all about the number.
did you feel
Hmm.
like, did you feel very anxious during this phase? Like, that negativity was there, whether you'll get the rank or not.
So actually, when I started, it was all about to crack a neat seat actually. So I was never thought of giving a try to INICET, but my gross plan was to complete my a full and a thorough-based revision and first time reading everything before INICET. So I thought like if I can get the rank which is less than 1000, so that would be a great boost for me to do well in January or May, I think. May NEET, I think. So during that time, we had, I think May NEET was there. So yeah, so that was the idea. So, but later on, as I kept on doing the GTs and all, so I was reaching around 155, 150. So I thought, okay, so that's a great thing I'm doing right now. So why not? I should give a try with the best approach, whatever I have. So then I thought, okay, so let's start preparing completely, and then let's think about the need after the INI. So I thought like that. So and then I literally wrote down whatever should be read in those last 10 days, 10 to 12 days, and I repeatedly used to watch interviews of toppers. They are like, if you can read 19 subjects in 10 days, so then you are done. So you can get it like that. I repeatedly saw some three videos during the
Mhm.
preparation. So then, so okay, so then I understand the depth of this game
Yeah.
actually. So
Yes.
okay, so I have to read this thing in 10 to 15 days, whatever it is. So I have to touch all the 19 subjects. So that's the actually a
Mantra
boost
of
which
your,
I got from the interview. Yeah, yeah, yeah.